feeling marginalized. Understanding the white male perspective in diversity. Welcome to What's in It for Me, a podcast that delves into the multifaceted world of diversity in the workplace. I'm Jason, and today we're addressing a topic that's often left in the shadows. The feelings of marginalization that some white male employees may experience in the context of diversity initiatives. We'll explore why it's essential to acknowledge these feelings and how a comprehensive approach to diversity benefits everyone. Okay, the dominant group perspective. Let's start by understanding the perspective. In recent years, as workplaces have increasingly focused on diversity, some white males report feeling as though they're being overlooked or marginalized. This feeling, whether perceived or real, needs to be addressed because everyone's sense of belonging at work is crucial. White males may have various concerns when it comes to diversity and inclusion initiatives in the workplace. Some of these concerns include feeling excluded. There can be a perception among some white males that diversity and inclusion efforts do not include them, or that their experiences and perspectives are less valued in the pursuit of diversity. Fear of reverse discrimination. Some white males worry that diversity initiatives might lead to reverse discrimination, where they feel they're being unfairly disadvantaged or overlooked for opportunities in favor of minority candidates. Concerns about meritocracy. There's often a concern that diversity efforts might compromise merit-based decisions, leading to beliefs that less qualified candidates may be chosen over more qualified individuals in the name of diversity. Misunderstanding of diversity goals. A lack of understanding about the goals and benefits of diversity and inclusion can lead to misconceptions. Yeah, some may see these initiatives as merely symbolic or as a form of political correctness, rather than as strategies aimed at enhancing organizational effectiveness and equity. Anxiety over saying the wrong thing. In an environment focused on diversity and inclusion, there can be anxiety about engaging in conversations about race, gender, and other diversity issues for fear of unintentionally saying something offensive or being misunderstood. Changing workplace dynamics. The shift towards a more diverse and inclusive workplace can sometimes be uncomfortable, especially for those who are used to more homogeneous environments. Adapting to new norms and practices may be seen as challenging. Concerns about being misjudged. Some white males may feel that their actions or words might be unfairly judged or scrutinized in the context of diversity and the inclusion discussions. We might have to do a session just on this. The concern about being misjudged in the context of diversity and inclusion discussions is a nuanced issue that stems from the heightened awareness and sensitivity around topics related to race, gender, and other aspects of identity. Here's more context on this concern. Heightened sensitivity to language and behavior. In an environment where diversity and inclusion are emphasized, there can be a heightened sensitivity to language and behaviors. White males, like others, may worry that their words or actions could be misinterpreted or seen as offensive, even if that is not the intent. This concern can stem from a lack of understanding about what is considered appropriate or offensive in a diverse work. Fear of accidental offense. With increasing awareness of issues such as microaggressions, subtle, often unintentional actions or comments that can be hurtful to marginalized groups, some white males might worry about accidentally committing a microaggression. This fear can lead to anxiety about engaging in conversations around diversity and inclusion. Impact of social media and public scrutiny. The role of social media in amplifying issues can also contribute to these concerns. There is an awareness that a misstep, particularly a public one, can quickly escalate and lead to significant personal and professional consequences. Cultural shifts in norms and expectations. As societal norms and expectations around diversity and inclusion evolve, some individuals may feel unsure about how to adapt. They might worry about being judged against new standards of behavior and communication that they are still learning to understand. Concerns about implicit bias. There is growing recognition of implicit biases, unconscious attitudes, or stereotypes that can affect our understanding, actions, and decisions. Some white males might be concerned that they will be judged as biased or prejudiced based on misunderstandings or deep-rooted stereotypes. Defensiveness in diversity conversations. Sometimes the fear of being misjudged can lead to defensiveness. When discussions about diversity and inclusion occur, some individuals might feel like they're being blamed for systemic issues or feel that their own challenges and experiences are being dismissed. Navigating changing workplace dynamics. As workplaces become more diverse and inclusive, the dynamics of interactions change. What was once considered acceptable behavior or language may no longer be appropriate, and adjusting to these changes can be challenging for some. It's important for organizations to foster an environment where open and honest communication is encouraged and where there is education and training on diversity and inclusion. Such an environment can help alleviate fears of misjudgment by promoting understanding and providing clear guidelines on expected behaviors. Additionally, encouraging empathy and perspective taking can help all employees better understand and appreciate each other's experiences and viewpoints. Addressing these concerns requires open dialogue, education, and reassurance that diversity and inclusion efforts are aimed at benefiting everyone in the workplace by creating a more fair, respectful, and high-performing environment. It's also important to emphasize that these initiatives are not about excluding anyone, but rather about ensuring that all voices are heard and valued. Diversity isn't just about race or gender. It's about bringing a variety of perspectives and experiences into the workplace. It's about enriching our professional environment so that everyone, including white males, can thrive and contribute their best. Consider Jake, a white male engineer in the tech industry. When his company intensified its diversity efforts, Jake initially felt uneasy, concerned about his future in the company. However, as these initiatives unfolded, he found that his experience and perspective were still valued and needed. He also noticed that with a more diverse team, the quality of their projects and solutions improved significantly. Addressing feelings of marginalization. White individuals might feel marginalized in workplaces, emphasizing diversity and inclusion for several reasons, even if actual marginalization isn't occurring. This perception can stem from a sense of unfamiliarity with changing workplace dynamics, where traditional norms are evolving to be more inclusive of diverse backgrounds. They may interpret these shifts as a loss of status or privilege, fearing that inclusion of others might mean exclusion for themselves. Additionally, misunderstandings about the goals of diversity initiatives can lead to concerns about reverse discrimination or that diversity is prioritized over merit, concerns about free speech and expression. In efforts to create inclusive environments, there could be increased attention to language and behavior. Some white individuals might feel that this attention limits their ability to speak freely or express themselves without fear of offending others or being labeled as insensitive or racist. Impact of social and political discourse. The broader social and political discourse around race and identity can influence perceptions. The narrative in some media outlets or political discussions may frame diversity efforts as being at odds with the interests of white people, feeling feelings of being marginalized. Economic and social anxieties. Broader economic and social anxieties such as job insecurity or perceived societal shifts can also contribute to these feelings. In times of uncertainty, efforts to promote diversity might be viewed as a threat to one's own job security or social status. It's important to acknowledge these feelings and have open conversations. Marginalization in any form can lead to a decrease in employee engagement and productivity. Open dialogue helps in understanding each other's perspectives and in finding common ground, practical applications. Now, let's talk about pragmatic ways to integrate these concepts. Firstly, actively engage in diversity training sessions. These are opportunities to gain new perspectives and understand the broader benefits of a diverse workplace. Secondly, be a part of mentorship programs, either as a mentor or a mentee. Such programs are excellent for sharing experiences and learning from one another. And thirdly, participate in or initiate team building activities that celebrate different cultures and backgrounds. This can lead to a better understanding and appreciation of diversity within your team. For those who want to delve deeper, I recommend reading Blind Spot by Mazarin Banaji and Anthony Greenwald, which explores hidden biases. Another insightful read is The Diversity Bonuses by Scott Page, showing how diverse teams outperform homogenous ones. And White Fragility by Robin DiAngelo, which offers a perspective on understanding and navigating the discussions around race. As we wrap up, I encourage you to initiate or participate in open dialogue sessions in your workplace. Express your concerns, listen to others, and seek to understand the diverse perspectives around you. Remember, diversity is about creating an environment where everyone, including you, can excel. Thank you for joining us on What's in It for Me. In our next episode, we'll explore the dynamics of reverse discrimination. I'm Jason, and I look forward to continuing this journey with you. Until next time, let's embrace diversity in all its forms.